Welcome to Nasdaq TradeTalks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq. Joining us for this segment, we have Fang, President of OKX, to discuss emerging technologies crypto companies are leveraging to expand their audiences and provide new offerings. Fang, it's great to have you with us. Welcome to Trade Talks.
Thank you for having me, Jill.
You got it. What is your outlook on the current state of the crypto industry right now?
I think we are in a very interesting period. People talk about it being the bear market or whatnot, but I actually think that this is actually the most exciting period where people get to build and investors get great entry points if they have good assets that they have studied.
What are some trends that you're looking at, and what's your outlook regarding Bitcoin's anticipated rally after this month's low?
I think we've seen a lot of resilience in Bitcoin price over the last 12 months, and Bitcoin has been testing new holding floor. There are obviously a lot of macro trends that has been contributing to it. There are inflation pressure that we are seeing in both US and many other countries. And then there's also stress in the existing banking system, which basically asks people to look for alternative ways to save their, preserve their wealth. So from that perspective, Bitcoin is providing good value proposition for people in different countries, and that's why you're seeing the value of Bitcoin really holding up there as the price keep testing its holding floor.
Any emerging tech crypto investors should know about?
Yeah, we are actually seeing a lot of interesting innovations in crypto industry. From our perspective on OKX, we actually have been building our product from two prong perspective. One is the centralized exchange platform, which we are building it into a global regulated platform with licenses in key jurisdictions. And the other one is actually heavy investment in Web3 technology, where we have a Web3 wallet that enable people to hold their assets, trade and discover an NFT, and do multiple things. For example, in the upcoming sponsorship that we have, the second year in a row with Tribeca, we are going to have NFT. Issue NFT as a ticket for Tribeca, so that the fans and creators can actually use that to get special rights with the event. We did that with the Rolling Stone concert as well a few months ago, and it has been really welcomed and successful, and I think people really like it. So our hope is that the Web3 wallet and technology can really integrate further with the creative industry from that perspective. The other thing that we are seeing, there's a few other new technologies that we're seeing really taking hold in crypto. One of that is using zero knowledge technology to really verify custody assets for centralized exchange. We also integrated that into our proof of reserve program on a monthly basis, where people can see that the assets and liability actually match without a third party auditor involved, but people can actually verify for themselves. We are seeing innovations, into the decentralized ID. Obviously, one part of the startup within Block, they have a startup working on decentralized ID as well. We see projects like WorldCoin, World ID, actually also trying to use some technology to develop ways to improve self-custody and ID system. Within our own wallet, for example, we also use MPC technology to improve the ability to hold your keys in a self-custody wallet without having to remember the 12 seed phrases. So there are a lot of that going on, basically to really use technology to, number one, still keep the decentralized nature of crypto, but at the same time also increase the convenience and usability for a wider population. So there are a lot of those kind of infrastructure layer technology innovation going on right now, which I think is interesting to observe.
It is interesting. And another thing that's interesting to see how organizations are leveraging NFTs for building their brand and then also building exclusive experiences for their communities. So back to the Tribeca partnership, what's the significance of that for OKX?
Yeah, we have been partnering with Tribeca for the second year in a row right now. We're seeing fascinating new cases emerging from that experience. And as I mentioned this year, we are going to do a Tribeca Pass in form of an NFT. We will be trying to explore more, fan experience and creative experience in the NFT and Web3 ecosystem, trying to partner with creators from that network. We are very much look forward to using Web3 technology to really empower and give creators more equity in the development of their own creative work. Related to that, we also partner with our other sponsors like Man City, right? We actually create metaverse and allow the players to actually create collectibles for their fans, and then fans can go to the metaverse and mint and store and trade the collectibles that they created in the metaverse. So just creating a unique fan experience for their followers. So I think those are emerging and still being developed, but it will be interesting how the community and the ecosystem evolve.
And finally, Hong, crypto has been seen as having a bro culture, if you will. How is OKX working to combat that perception and make the market more accessible to investors?
I always believe from my own personal experience that it's not about gender, it's about one's drive, one's diligence, and whether you actually want to do something and put your heart into it. And from our own team perspective, I actually see a lot of great talents, men or female. They have been really successful in doing what they do, and it's not because of their gender or their culture or where they come from. It's really more because of who they are. So I personally don't like quoting any culture as a bro culture or pre-assuming that a culture is preventing one type of customers or people or talents from entering. I think it's really about focusing on what needs to be done, how to do it, and make it work. And we are very proud of having a very diversified workforce just because of that. Not because we're solving for diversity, but because it's naturally the result when you focus on the work and the right people.
All right, Hong, we appreciate the insight. Thanks for joining us on Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.
Thank you, Jill.